Yeah, it's very weird. We are live. Tap into our city women's kickoff show. Um, Also, for people who are watching, and I'll say it again before we get out of here, the match is on FA Player. That's usually what I do when I wake up every morning for at least the women's matches is figure out when the hell are all of these matches or what are they
I
on
did.
because
I did the same. Like I look at like one football will tell you if it's on TV where it is, and then if it
mm-hmm,
doesn't show that, then I'm like, okay, let me check FA player. And yes, I see it. 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, let's go.
it because what was it? Yesterday's Arsenal Chelsea match was on CBS Sports, and then Liverpool and United right now on Paramount,
Okay.
and then this match is on FA Player. It's truly when people with there's that number that like women's sports can hit. It was like 1, 2, 3 billion or something like that in the
Oh, to
next
generate what's the
yeah.
potential earning
Mm-hmm.
potential? Yeah, yeah,
In the next couple of years, and people were like, I don't see that, and I'm like, well, if we just get all of the matches in one consistent spot, so people know where to go and how to celebrate and watch these matches, that makes sense. But you got three different sites. One company owns both. They just recently started adding in the CBS Plus layer. It, they're they're that's where the profits are coming from, but at what expense in spreading the word of the sport?
I feel like but it's the same on the men's side though. Like for us in America, whereas like we know the men are either going to be on USA or Peacock, but the difference is there's no third option. There's no like free like FA player option that you have to
Mm-hmm,
worry about. It's either or.
mm-hmm.
And so I think like that's the difference with like, there's this third place I'm gonna have to go TV streaming or just my computer. You can AirPlay, of course, but I do hope that like they monetize that in England, right? Because you can't give everything away for free. Like you
Yes,
want to get people in, but eventually you got to add it to the package and just have everything be on Paramount Plus. The same way everything's either Peacock or USA. So the money's coming. It's coming.
right. Let's pull up our. I have. It's gonna be a crazy match. I started watching the Club Leon Uara Reds match. I don't know why. I'm a fucking sicko because nothing really happens until the last like 10 minutes of the match, where then he gets like a card, and I want to say there's like 2 or 3 goals at the end. Part of me thought about just go over. I was like, nope. I watched the first half last night, went to bed, then I'll watch it after we get done doing our stuff, the Man City women's match, and then I'm recording with Asan Naeem. Looking forward to that. And I realized I'm out of coffee, so that's really what I'm down bad.
Oh,
But I
that's a major loss.
gotta go make a Dunkin' run or something. All right. So our team: Keating, Alexandria Greenwood Coombs, who is making her 100th appearance for our City Women. Kelly Hemp, Wahhabi Kasparaj, Roard, Shaw, and Hasagawa. Hasagawa, the TV announcer, how he always has a name. Hasagawa. Hasagawa. It drives me crazy. This is, I mean, you can all but basically get, well, Kasperize, I guess, her coming in because, hold on, who am I? Yep, yep,
uh,
yep.
Alana.
Kennedy. Yep.
Yeah.
She's apparently that injury is more serious than we thought. It's gonna
And
be
then
it.
Angadal still out too in the
Yep.
midfield.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but other than that, Everton, they're an inconsistent squad. They're in the near bottom of the table. This is a match we should win. The Blackstad, Mace, Park, Morgan, Castellanos, Fowler, Houghton, Stokes, McIver are the subs. Of the subs, Fowler, maybe Blackstad. You can tell he doesn't quite trust Park and Mace quite yet. They're getting there. Like they can do the Conti Cup matches, but
Hmm.
possible. I'm not sure unless we're up big, and this will be great time to let them play when there's less stress. They're going to be needed at the end of the season, but at this moment, I think he has his solid, like Pep. He has his like 13 players he wants to play, and he doesn't want to get much crazier than that.
But you said it like the break is like what 34 days between
Yes,
WSL matches.
yes,
And so it's like, we hope everybody can hope the matches tucked away enough to where 75th, 80th minute, okay, let's bring in some subs. I am interested to see because what we do offensively, because Everton doesn't have a terrible defense. Like they've only given up 15 goals. And when you compare that with the teams below them, everybody else is like 20 or more, right? Even Spurs has given up 20 plus 20. So it's like they're going to be stingy. And we just like the warning is the shots have been fired, right? Like look at what happened to Arsenal.
yeah.
Like they literally had all the shots and
31.
none of them hit the back of the net.
That's crazy.
So having all the shots and no victory, it can happen to the best of us. Like you can do everything right and it doesn't go. So, a first half goal, I want to say early, just a first half goal would be great. That would like take a little bit of the edge off. You got to come out and try to get a point after that. But yeah.
Shout out to Lorlas. He more faith in City women to get the job done than City men at the moment. So I'm looking forward to it. Facts. It that has been the most especially now that we're getting. Well, this is the third season technically. We can look back on what we've done, and I'm specifically downloading all of our X videos to just get them all on in one spot. I've noticed that because I'll watch some clips of random moments about every winter these last couple of years. Our men just kind of not dive off because we end up winning, but it's our version of we lose consistency. And yet our women, that's when they seem to kind of find their form. And then when the men start getting their form, the women start dropping off of theirs, sort of. And that's how we end up in third or fourth. This is a chance for City women to be tied for first three ways with Arsenal and Chelsea. Incredible. Like I could not expect that. The boys can't handle cold. So honestly, that's what it sounds like. Which honestly fits on brand because us as men, like if I get a cold, I am legit down bad, and it's like super chill. And I'm just like I'm so cold. So I mean, it holds up. It makes sense.
I will say this. I am not expecting, excuse me, trying to get over some of myself here. I'm not expecting Chelsea women to lose to Bristol. That is not something I'm putting on my bingo card today. So I'm going to assume that win happens after their, embarrassment last week at Arsenal. But yes, when we win today, because I'm going to be positive, we'll have a better goal differential than Arsenal. We already do. Ours is 16, theirs is 14. So hoping we get up to 18, win by two. Yeah, that lets us control our fate. This actually is we're one game away from the halfway point, which is crazy to think about. Like it's only 22
I
matches. This is
know,
match 10.
insane.
So it's like we know the value of them. I think we've shown ourselves well against the best sides, and we're not having those. We had the early, like the first couple games were a little off, but we're on a roll, man. And when you get on a roll and everybody knows what they're doing, looking forward to the holiday season. I thought about this morning. I said, women have, sounds bad, but they have so much like fewer excuses on like being fit, right? Like, cause they play less matches. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
thing. You play way less matches. 16 less than a season. Plus, we don't have Champions League at all. So all we have is what, Conti Cup? Are we still in we have FA Cup too?
Yeah.
But like, those are so spread out. So it's like, you
Yes.
really can have your best 11 play together all the time, barring injury. It
Yes.
doesn't need to be rotated as the men do when we started having every 3 days. So we are in position to strike and be second, not even third, just be second and push Chelsea because they're not infallible. We got them last year, and Arsenal
Yeah.
got them this year,
We're
so it's
seeing we're
possible.
seeing a lot of weakness in this club, and we know it's mentality because, like you said, the talent's there. It's crazy. I am looking forward to seeing hopefully what because this winter transfer for City, I think is on both men and women could be very interesting. Could see some shakeups, some movement, and I'm going to be intrigued to see what our City women do. Wouldn't be shocked if we lose a player or two if they just leave. So City gets some money from them. I and it's funny because I'm like I want a player to win, but we have players like Kasperize who needs to come in Coombs. We have all these players who are world class national team players that really are in the bench hoping to get some play based off of injury or if we're playing in the Conti Cup and stuff like that. We really don't need to bring in any player unless it's a one for one like. I really do like the way that our ladies are going right now.
I mean, think about it, right? Like, look at the squad today. Like we said, we're missing Kennedy, we're missing Engeldahl, but we have, as I like to say, a solid 16. There are always 11 starters and 5 bench players at every time that we can trust. Or I see that the manager trusts, because that's how we got to think about it, right?
Yeah,
As opposed to the men's side where we know Pep doesn't trust people. So with the guy for doing what he's doing right now, I mean, let's talk about Garrett for a second, right?
yeah,
This man is coaching his best season as a city manager.
I
We
will
had the
agree.
mass exodus a couple seasons ago, right before last season, where we were like, "What's going to happen?" All the players are leaving; they're going to Spain, they're going to Germany, and now it's like, "Oh, look, you give people time, you allow mistakes to be made, you allow growth to happen." And we've seen an uptick in form from Hemp and Kelly, which is not what I wanted at the start of the year. So Bunny's
Mhm.
not responsible for everything. Niels Nielsen hit on the Jill Ward signing right away. That was his only transfer, right? And he's retained talent. We have the big switch from Roebuck to Keating, going younger, higher ceiling. And so it's like everything is hitting right now. Like if we didn't drop those early points, we would be first.
Uh,
And but it's great to know that like, hey, and we control our fate. We still have to play Chelsea again. We lost that drop point was hurt a lot after the crazy red cards. But like I looked at our schedule between February, March, and April, we only play like one top 4 side each month. So it's never
mm,
like a back to back of like tough sides. It's like we really can control our fate, and that is a beautiful thing. Like I'm in. I remember at the end of last season, like Chelsea's gonna win, but I'm like, why not us? Literally, why not?
yeah, this is really exciting to be this close, this late in the early into the season. We're at the halfway point. It's crazy to say that it's December and they're halfway through the season. It also helps when you take damn near a whole month off due to international break and holidays and stuff like that. We haven't even looked at the Everton women's squad. So
Let's do it for the hell of it.
right, let's pull up these lady toffees.
What lineup are you seeing on Fought Mob? Because I see this set up as a 3-4-1-2.
And Fought Mob says, yeah, the same thing. Three, four,
Okay.
one, two. That is interesting. So yeah, they're
So
really
really
just gonna.
like
You
you
go
could
for it.
go it could become a 5-3-2, right? Like you could have those wingbacks tuck back, which I fully expect, 3 midfielders, 2 up top just to have a little bit of pressure on the ball. But I could easily see 5-4-1, right? Like it's not gonna be I don't think adventurous setup. I think it's like what we saw, like Tom said, same city, same club. What we saw
Mhm.
yesterday with Palace. You sit back, you defend, you don't concede a lot, and then when you get chances, you try to strike. Right? Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not Tom or Crunk. I haven't seen these Everton women play. I don't know who these people are. They're just names on a paper to me or on the screen. So I hope we do better. I have no real analysis for you all. I'm so sorry, DC3. So sorry, Lorlas. Like I'm just here, vibing because I don't know these. Do you know these people, Crunk? Let's be real.
No, the only the only person on this squad that I am let's just say a fan of is Piemonte, and that's just because she's got thick eyebrows and like tattoos all over. Like I'm finding out that I have a certain type of women football player. And so
You know your
there's
aesthetic. You know the aesthetic you enjoy.
yeah, and I am a fan of her very much. It's like shoot, what's her name from Aston Villa? Very similar
Ah,
energy.
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very similar energy of her. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
striking eyebrows and all the tattoos on the arms with the little tan skin. Gets me. I'm learning that
Hey,
about myself.
we're human. We all have our things. But I will say this, right? Like when you're Everton and this match is at home for them, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have an advantage. You will
Walden
have
Park.
crowd support. I can assume that it's going to be a sold out crowd because it's a big match. And just overall in their club, they see what their men are doing. Their men have bounced back from the
Mm.
abyss. A 10-point deduction doesn't even matter anymore. Like
At
they
all.
literally would be the 10th best team, and they are the 10th best team in the Premier League. They just had a 10-point reduction. So hopefully, their supporters say, hey, look, we take some of that good energy, those good vibes, bring it to the ladies' side, shock the world. We saw what happened to Chelsea, so everybody can get got. Nobody's infallible. And I see you bringing up the form. Like it looks, yeah. After those two losses, we have three in a row, and it's time to make it four. Let's look at their
Yeah.
form.
United women are ahead of Liverpool women at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
1-0.
Yeah, third minute goal from Everton. Yeah,
Everton are on a, well, if you don't count the oh wow, if you don't count the County Cup, ooh
mm-hmm.
wow,
Oh, count the Conti Cup.
oh my gosh, I
I
don't know why that
messed up
struggle.
everything.
But they're on a 3-game not losing streak. They
Unbeaten
drew,
streak. Yeah.
yeah, unbeaten streak. They drew against Bristol City, beat Aston Villa, and then beat West Ham. It was 2-2, 2-1, 1-0. This match could be very similar to us, where I'm still sharing. That's hilarious. Um, we could win 2-0, but when you play teams who want to keep the score low in a tough match like that, that's when you can pull away and we can have another touchdown of goals. So I could see that happening. Is
What I will say is, looking at their early results, I'm happy you pulled it up because early in the season when they played top sides, they gave up a touchdown to Man U. They gave up a field goal to Chelsea. Love that we're intertwining football and football as always. But yeah, it's like 10 of their 15 goals have come against the best sides in the WSL. So the average of that would be 5 a game. I don't think we hit 5 today, but I could definitely see us getting 3 plus, right? Like 3, 4 seems right. Um, because we know they're not going to be expansive. I'll take a basis on, hey, we love a good grand slam, Lord. I love this. Bringing in all the balls. All balls matter over here, okay? As we talk about women. But yes, so it's going to be up to us to like dominate the game. And what I've seen is like that ruthlessness that we always talk about is there. Like anytime you put up the amount of goals we have recently, you know that players are firing. Now, I see that Roard has been moved up on my on One Football, and if she plays in that 10 spot, getting her even closer to goal, I think that's amazing. Like if you could let Hasagawa and Coombs do the dirty work and let Roard be in the middle of that, Kelly Hemp Bunny three, I, great things are gonna happen today. Like I love the way we're set up. I have no fear. Like I had a little bit of fear about Crystal Palace yesterday, right? Like we could see how they could win, how they could nick a point. And it's sadly because I don't know enough about Everton's players, but their performances haven't gotten me to think like, oh, we're gonna lose on the now. The road is the only thing that could happen, right? Like
Mhm.
this home crowd, they get a crazy bounce. Um, Somebody loses their head and gives up a penalty, but it will be a self-induced error, not like Everton breaking us down
Mhm.
um, and getting a goal.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay,
Liverpool's equalized.
let's go.
Own
Let's,
goal by Millie Turner in the 32nd minute. We have 1-1, 10 minutes from halftime.
oh, you love to see
Good on you,
it.
Liverpool. Good on you, Reds. Keep
Mm.
that. Okay, Crump, we got to talk about this before we leave. Because I
Okay.
saw your tweet when somebody was like, we're all Liverpool fans. We're all Man United fans tomorrow, right? And you were like, I'd rather lose the league. I'm not going to lose the league, man. Like, we need Liverpool to drop points. A draw is fine. Like, Liverpool men need to drop points, okay?
Yeah, but I mean, they can drop points without me being like, drop
Of
points. Go,
course.
go,
I don't,
go, go.
yeah. Never support GGMU and all that bull. Just saying we need mistakes to happen, okay?
Yes,
We need a
yes,
couple own goals. We need some silly, what do you call it, silly steak?
yes.
We
They
need
need
some of
them to
that.
be eating all the silly steaks and
Yeah,
just full on it. Yeah, it's
underestimate Man U, let Garnacho go off, whatever needs to happen. Scott McTominay header, I don't care. A draw is all I want. I'm going to bet a draw, hoping for a win by Man United. But a draw is where my money will go. Okay.
That's hilarious. Oh
Laura
man,
Last
yeah.
makes a great point. He says every result has an opportunity to be funny in the men's match because you got blowout by United. I mean, blowout by Liverpool because United has not scored in their last 4 attempts at Anfield. You have a tight match where United can get embarrassed, and then if United take anything away from the match, we'd be shocked. So yes, I love this. This is a
Win, win, win.
you can't lose situation. It's a win-win. Like whatever happens, I'm gonna either laugh or laugh. So it's gonna be great. 5-0 Liverpool. Ha 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 ha. 2-2 draw. Yes. Whatever happens.
Well, and even to just, this is my mindset going into our recording tonight. Yes, we drew. Yes, we're incredibly
Again.
inconsistent. Yes.
Again.
But even with Liverpool, or even with the teams that can play today, and if they do win, what is that? That's 7 points. Liverpool, if they win, they are 7 points ahead of us.
It'll be six.
With,
6 ahead. We're only 3 back.
oh yeah, 3 back.
Yeah, because we got a point. We did get a see. The
Yes,
draws
yes.
feel like losses to us. That's the craziest part. It felt like we lost yesterday. I'm like, wait, we didn't. Like, but we did because we gave up 2 goals.
Spiritually,
Yeah.
we lost. Yes.
Yeah, the spirit hurt. It's a spiritual loss, and on my spirit. And bro, let me just tell you, my other teams let me down. UNC lost by 4 to Kentucky. The Broncos got embarrassed in Detroit. They found their form again. It's just like, and this is Friday night after the Lakers lost. Go City Women. You are my one tried and true savior for sports joy this
Save
weekend.
us.
That's why I'm wearing the women's shirt, the training shirt. Like, I need all the positivity, Bunny.
We
Bunny,
are the
help me
damsels
out.
in distress at this moment. Save us.
Save us, please. Thank you, Beast. Yes, please save me. I want joy from a sports ball. Out of pain. Winning money is not the same as when your team loses. It's a balance, but it doesn't really feel that hit. You know.
Let's get some official score predictions down so we can get out of here.
I'm going 3-0. We've only given up 6 goals in our season in the first 9 matches. I don't see that us giving up 1 today. 3-0 City Women, and we go second.
I like that. I like 3-0 a lot. Yeah, no, I'll go with 3-0. I want to say I could see like a 5-1. But I just want a clean sheet. But I want a clean sheet. I want a clean sheet. So I'm gonna go
a 1-0 clean sheet would feel great. Actually, give me a 1-0 gritty win on the road. You know, like that's not. I'm not
I would
mad
like
at
that. Yeah, I
just
would
don't
actually
give
really
up
like
a goal. You don't give up a goal. You only need 1 to win. Who knew? Crazy, right? Wow. Let the women teach me a lesson today about how the game of football works. Don't give up a goal, and you don't win. You don't lose mainly. Like if you score 1, you don't give up any. You're gonna win. That's it.
Crazy. The math is math. Soccer math.
Yeah. Footy math out here.
All right. Well, I am Crunk Chocolate. This is the homie, Sharpie Charlie. We will be back. So let's see what else we're doing. We got a traditional episode that's dropping after the women's match. We all will be recording with Asan Naeem of 9320. So the Asan episode will be dropping sometime this week as well. Be doing a live watch along for the Club World Cup match against Urawa Red Diamonds with Vader Games, Mike Pesaris of previously of Perth de la Prim, and Hoang Trong. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be in America. We got Hoang, who's in London. Mike is in Australia, and Vader is in Canada. Yeah,
international, baby.
I was like talking to him all, and I was like, actually, this is really cool. Like, this is proof.
3 continents, 4 countries.
Yeah.
That's what we do over here at Shades of Blue Guys.
Man City, baby, right? Connecting. We out here. Yeah, we got that going on. Let's stream. You know the vibes. All that stuff's going to be in show notes. Hit the link in bios, all those things. We appreciate you guys. Come on, City. You know the vibes. Shady Gang. Shady Gang. Shady Gang.
Shady Gang. Number